Love talking with RD on a Thursday. Richard, good morning, buddy. Always good to have you in here. We're talking about earlier, KK Robinson gets a little workout in. The Arkansas Razorback social media accounts put that out. I mean, this is a guy that people are really excited about. Unfortunately, got injured. How good is it to see him looking like he's getting some shots up and back in the gym after the season-ending surgery he suffered?
Oh, well, it's big because he's obviously very talented. But, man, for him personally, it's just got to feel so much better. You go into your freshman year, you're not 100%. Then you have to miss most of it. And, psychologically, that's tough for a young guy to have to deal with. But I'm sure he'll come out of it stronger. But he can definitely help Arkansas. He's a guy that can hit the three, drive the basket. Fierce competitor. I just remember Peach Jam a couple years ago. His team was down. They were down by 20-something, maybe even 30, and he was still going 110%. That showed me a lot. A lot of times guys will kind of cruise and kind of give up. He didn't, and that to me, probably of all the things I've seen out of KK, that was probably one of the most impressive things because obviously his game is pretty solid.
RD, we've had a couple shifts within Razorback basketball these last couple of days. Gus Arginal, new assistant coach, David Patrick heading to Oklahoma. But on the player's perspective, Cole Mulween gets out of his national letter of intent. They released him from that. And then Baby Ola enters the transfer portal. Just talk to me about those two players and the impact it's going to have on them exiting the basketball program and then Cole deciding he's going to end up somewhere else.
Well, Bebe, I mean, let's face it, he didn't see the floor very much. I think it's a good move for him. Great kid. Who knows? I mean, he was pretty tight with Corey Williams, and obviously because he came from Seton, from where they were when he was the head coach, and then with a cool, I think that's a case where he wants to probably follow Coach Patrick, and I think Arkansas is okay with that, and I don't think it came as a big surprise for either one of them and the staff. So going forward, obviously 3 more spots left, and they'll be looking for at the portal or other venues to add to the roster.
I saw your tweet yesterday where Coach Arginal, he visited with us on the morning show, and I know he's already starting to reach out to recruits. I saw your tweet that he was in contact with Darian Ford. He's going to have a Zoom meeting tonight with the Alabama coaches. How do we get to Magnolia and knock the internet out around 7 o'clock tonight?
I don't know. You're pretty connected, Todd.
I don't know. We got to get in there with some some bolt cutters or whatever. Get outside Darian's house or whatever, and that way you can't Zoom with those guys. So.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, Darian he's the real deal. There's no doubt about it. He's enjoying the process and getting to know the coaching staffs of these schools. I expect him to start setting up some official visits for June, and that's when things are really heat up, when these kids are able to get to college campuses and really meet these coaches face to face instead of over dadgum Zoom and internet. So June is going to be a very, very important time for all the college basketball, but obviously most notably Arkansas.
Yeah, going to be big for football too. I saw another one of your reports that Joe T. Robinson, junior offensive lineman, and Marion Harris, one of the top O-line prospects. He's waiting till Sunday on Mother's Day to announce his plans and his college decision.
Yeah, you got to like that. He's doing it to honor his mom, and that's good to see. Marion's just a great kid. He's a low key kid. A lot of times you see guys on Twitter, enjoying the attention. He's a guy that could care less about Twitter and his offers. I'll reach out to Brian Maupin, the assistant coach at Joe T., who handles recruiting, And I'll ask about him there. And he said, "Oh yeah, he's got a couple. He's gotten a few offers since we last talked." I said, "Well, he hadn't tweeted anything." He just said he doesn't care. So it's kind of refreshing in that way. But yeah, I think it looks good for Arkansas. Obviously, his dad played for the Hogs, and it's a big day if Arkansas does land him.
Richard Davenport with us, Recruiting Thursday here on the Morning Rush. Richard, I saw that Jersey Wolfenberger is one of the 27 players that's trying to get on Team USA for the U19 World Cup. How ready is Mike Neighbors to get her to campus as one of the best recruits that's ever come through the Razorback women's basketball program?
Well, you think about it. She's 6'6". She's a guard. Most college basketball post players are about 6'5", 6'7" max. You got a 6'6" guard who could probably play every position on the floor, can handle the ball, can shoot anywhere on the floor. Her versatility is just off the charts. So she could be one of those that we look back in 2, 3, 4 years and say, okay, the Arkansas women's basketball program was in very good shape when she got there, but she left it in even better shape because she led them to, the promised land. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but you look at somebody like her and her credentials, and you definitely think that that's a possibility.
Richard, I play with some guys that went to Northside on Tuesdays and Thursdays here in town, and one of the things they told me, I asked them, is like, have y'all played with her? Can she compete with you guys? And they go, yeah. Really. It was very emphatic. It was very quick answer response because, like you said, just that frame, that size, the guard skills she has. I mean, this could be a freshman of the year, not just in the SEC candidate, but All-American candidate at Arkansas heading there this year.
Well, you hear about you think about certain athletes who've gone on to college and totally changed the program. For a university. Deshaun Watson, unfortunately, is obviously going through some tough times right now, but he did that at Clemson. Clemson was a good program, but he helped turn that program around and make it into a national power. Could Jersey do the same for the women's program? We'll see. But she's got the skill set and everything that you're looking for to be a potential game changer for a program.
So, Richard, what do you think the possibilities are? We know Kim Mulkey left Baylor, goes to LSU. Spin that around. Why do we care about that in Arkansas? Well, you got Miriam Dowda up at Bentonville, who's committed to her program at Baylor. I know people are asking and wondering, could that possibly, open a path for her to be a part of the Razorback program?
It could possibly do that. Obviously, she'll have to get out of her letter of intent, and then we'll really start to see if that's a possibility. But I'm not sure LSU is going to be a landing spot for her. She may stay at Baylor. I don't know. I think if anything, she's comfortable with Baylor, and I think that helps them. Now she'll have to get to know the new coach, and the new coaching staff, and will she be comfortable with them? So, but if she does get out of the national letter of intent, Coach Neighbors will be all over that.
Yeah, and you add her with Jersey, and then Go Forth, who's coming, and that you talk about it, just a collection of Arkansas players that could transform that women's program and take it to the next level. That's the group that could absolutely do it.
No, there's no doubt. And hey, if you're a post player or you're an inside player, and you got the possibility of playing with Jersey and Go Forth and some of the other girls. I mean, that you're offered. There's no double teaming you if you got that on the floor.
That's pretty appealing. All right, RD, have a big weekend coming up. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys, we'll see you.
All right, Richard Davenport with us every Thursday. It's Recruiting Thursday on the Morning Rush.